I've seen many YouTube videos, many tips and tricks videos that are for diamonds, champions, PC players, pro league players, you know, pro players. They claim, to give you wins constantly. But I've never seen a tips and trick video or a strategy or a defense strategy for the normal average gold player or normal average plat player. This video will focus to give you a strategy to defend console office and meeting room for golds and plats and the average player, and it's console friendly. I've been playing this game for a long time alongside my friends since, round about Operation Health. I've got a decent knowledge of this game on console, which makes me fully equipped to give people tips on how to defend these maps. So I'll be giving tips on how to defend meeting room and console office from the knowledge I've gained so far playing against fellow console players and fellow golds and plats, because I believe all these videos on YouTube circling around are for higher ranked people, and I think normal players that play the game normally would understand these tips. As you can see behind me are like average collets for the top floor, so I want you to get familiar with these, as when I'm reinforcing, the only way to know where I'm reinforcing is the compass. So if you look at the compass and look at these collets carefully, you'll be able to know where I'm placing all 10 of my reinforcements. Please watch the whole video and enjoy, and give me any recommendations down below. Thank you. So let's talk reinforcements. There are 10 reinforcements in total for all 5 defenders, and usually the defender that has the least amount of gadget or least amount of work to do during the preparation phase, like blowing up walls or placing Jager devices, they'd probably go for the reinforcements. So let me discuss the reinforcements. The first reinforcement would go here. Second reinforcement. Third reinforcement. Fourth reinforcement. Fifth reinforcement. Sixth reinforcement. Seventh reinforcement. Eighth reinforcement. Ninth reinforcement. Finally, the last reinforcement. So now that we've established where all 10 of our reinforcements goes, let's talk about the operator Smoke. Now in this objective, Smoke really has to use a shotgun to make a bunch of holes to ensure that attackers can't rush and can't plant. So first of all, attackers usually repel at these windows, and when they repel in, they'll be standing round about here. So Smoke will make footholes right over here, and I will explain how to use these footholes later on in the video. Make sure he makes footholes over here as well, to ensure that no one plants his default plant spot right beside this reinforcement or behind this couch. Their feet are exposed by the person who's playing toilets and the person who's playing main hallway. Patient hole right here, and a little hole right here, so that people can throw their smokes and C4s if people are planting. Next, I want Smoke to make a bunch of footholes over here. They don't need to be, nice looking. Make his final rotation right about here. Okay, so some of these holes you might not understand why they're being made, but later on in the round I'll explain why they're being made. As soon as Smoke's done that, he can place his shield over here, and that's him done for the prep phase. That's your prep for Smoke. Okay, now let me explain what Smoke is doing during the round. So Smoke will be playing behind this shield over here. You're guarded from those windows. You can use these footholes if they come in, and if someone comes in toilet, you can swing forward like this. Also vice versa for here. The only one thing downside of this position is that you're exposed to those windows right there, because this is going to be open as a rotational. You're exposed to those windows right here. You're exposed to flank over here, which I explain later how to cover. And also, if they're not doing a repel window push, they might do an admin push, and you need to be ready for that. So if you stay on default cameras and you realize that they're not pushing or repelling from those 2 windows, and you understand that they're pushing from admin, you want to pick your shield up and turn it around and place it like so. So if they are pushing from there, you're ready for that, and then you can just take this position over. Let's talk about how to use his smoke grenades or canisters throughout the match. So if you're playing like this, you can throw smokes down the yellow stairs to help the player playing there, which I'll explain later. You know, if you're forced to move into here at the rotation, you can play your smokes here. You know, don't use the rotational to chuck them, but use this to chuck them. That's why we made that. Now, the next operator I mentioned we're going to use is Consul. So, the Consul's job, first of all, is to make the rotation hole on this marker right here. As soon as he spawns in, he wants to make this rotation, and we'll keep this hatch closed so people can run in from here carefully. The next thing we need Consul to do is make a hole over here, just so that if someone is pushing up these yellow stairs, you know, they have to worry about this as well, and they can't just, you know, rush in without worrying about their flank. Next thing we want Consul to do is have a rotation right over here. This is to ensure that anyone that is, you know, playing over here, you know, they can quickly go down here, rotate, and, you know, get another angle onto people that are ripping. You want to also make footholds here so that anyone that's there, you know, trying to peek you, or at the verge of peeking you from here, you can shoot them and you know where they are. You know, these footholds are too big, but you know what I mean. Consul's gadget. You want Consul's first gadget, or proximity mine as they call it, to go over here in curly stairs. You want it to be placed right there, so if someone is here, the proximity alarm goes off, and the smoke that was playing here can use their shotgun and, you know, wide peek and shoot the person rushing up those main stairs. The second proximity alarm you want to place is on these stairs here, yellow stairs, or most commonly known as east stairs as well. You want to place the proximity alarm right there, so anyone coming up these stairs, the alarm will go off. Someone playing there can get them, or you know, you can wide peek over here and get them as well. So now to the Consul barricades. Personally, I like one Consul barricade to be played here in waiting room. You can also call this room connector. This is because it connects both of these objectives together, and it is an important room, so you want someone to be playing behind this reinforced wall, preferably a smoke, so they can chuck over smokes, you know, to prevent the flank, as I mentioned before. They can chuck over the smokes to prevent the flank. Okay, so your second Consul is going on main stairs. The proximity alarm is there for your team, so smoke can call out if someone's on proximity, and someone can, you know, flank one of the hatches I broke, and go and flank the main stairs person, or obviously the roamer as well. People may ask, you know, this kind of looks like a silly Consul. We're kind of closing the objective off from people that are roaming back there, but the main reason for this is if enemies do get into the objective, or you know, they're behind this couch where they normally do, you don't want them to get an angle right over there, which is a common rotation for, you know, defenders. And similar to, you know, these windows, if an attacker is playing outside these windows, you don't want him to get access to you know, an angle onto the common rotation over there. You know, roamers are constantly going up and down those stairs. Now, where could Consul play? I would suggest, since Consul has a 1.5 scope now, you know, he can peek those windows for smoke if he needs to, you know, but I wouldn't, you know, recommend that. But mostly I would have Consul play, you know, right over here, maybe here, and that ensures that, you know, if he does peeking the window, then he can prevent people from repelling in here. You know, if he hears someone on yellow stairs, he can rotate to this hole as well. If, you know, someone is not paying attention on yellow stairs, he can wide peek yellow stairs as well. And you know, he overall has, you know, a good long range gun, you know, with an extended barrel on it to take care of these long range fights over here. You know, someone could push up main stairs. Just overall good operator, you know, to utilize these long range fights. So the next operator I mentioned is Jager. So I would use 2 barbed wires for Jager, just because of, you know, barbed wire are good sound cues. They're good for operators, you know, that are, you know, trying to hold an objective down, and they're really helpful for sound cues. So since, you know, I said Consul is playing here, he really doesn't have a clear sight on that window over there, Consul. So I'd place 1 barbed wire here to help out Consul for sound cues in case someone repels in, and then you can hear the rustling in the barbed wire. That helps Consul know that someone repelled in those windows. He has a clear sight in these windows, so he should know. Also, the second barbed wire I'd place for Jager is right at these double windows over here. So So this is important as it'll force the enemy team to use a Nash charge, Zofia charge, or grenade to destroy this barbed wire before repelling in. And also if they repel in, you hear the rustling noise and the holes that were made here. They'll be useful for you, and I'll explain the use of them later on. So the first Jager device is placed right here, away from enemy sights. They can't shoot this Jager device. The second Jager device can be placed right here for the person in this area to keep safe from grenades that be chucked from all the way there, from toilet, from these windows over here. Just overall keep this person and connector safe. As I said before, it is one of the most important places in this objective as it connects both of these rooms right over here, and I'll explain the importance of this later, as Lesion will be generally playing these yellow stairs.
Down to 10 seconds.
So Jager has one of the best assault rifles in the game as a defender, and he's a 2-speed. So generally with Jager you want to be roaming. Now your roaming has to be quite patient when you're defending Consul and mating group. You need to be quite patient. The common areas where attackers come in from is in here, so where visa office is. Most of them come here as well, lobby, so lobby door as well. And finally yellow stairs. If attackers want to enter the objective, those are the most common entries. So what are common about all three of these entries? There's a basement yellow stairs, yellow stairs over there, come up to visa office, and yellow stairs over here. And lobby obviously has these main stairs as well that lead up to it. So generally I'd want the Jager to be roaming downstairs and just waiting for call-outs from his teammates, so he can rotate up. Say for example he gets a call for yellow stairs, he can rotate here. If he gets a call for main lobby, he can rotate up these main curly stairs and contest people over there, can wide peek here as well. And finally if he needs to defend visa, he can always get up these stairs over here. And the thing about these stairs is, you can always go back all the way up to objective if your teammates need you there as well. So all three of these stairs have a return point to objective. All he needs to do is hit his shots now, and waste time. It's crucial to waste time, because if they know that there's a Jager downstairs, that's just gonna annoy them, and you're a good possible last minute flank, so they'd want to clear you out first. So if you waste time in this large area over here, you have all of ground floor to work with. If you just waste time and get them droning downstairs and wasting utility for you, that's really important as So the fourth operator I mentioned going for this objective is Lesion. Now again, Lesion has a 1x5 scope, 1.5 times scope, and he's an overall good operator to use. So for Lesion, first of all, there's normally an impact hole here. There was a reinforcement here, as I mentioned. So he can sit at in this area over here. He's safe from the skylight, from that window. This is reinforced, so those windows can't get him here. Toilet window can't get him. Lesion is a pretty safe area over here. And because of his Lesion mines, which are intel based, they're good sound cues. You can just stack them up all on the yellow stairs, and as soon as you hear someone, you can peek here. Being careful of the skylight, you can go down and peek there as well, but I tried to waste attacking players' time over here, so I'd make sure that they can't really get up these yellow stairs, and just stack my Lesion mines up here. You can also make sure the toilet window, you place a Lesion mine here maybe. Now throughout the video I've been explaining, I've been talking about these footholds over here. So these footholds over here, this hole will be bigger, but you can use these footholds. If someone repels in, say, and your teammate gives you a call out, you can just run down these stairs here and then shoot their feet over here. Now these footholds are really important. They add an uncertainty to the attacker's mind when repelling in, so they will be reluctant to repel in. But if they do, you have this place over here. You can deny common plant spot from here as well. You can kill someone if they come too close as well. Lesion to stay alive to the end of the round. Also, if you get hard pushed here from yellow stairs, you can rotate back here, and this wall is reinforced, so you can sit here, get an angle with your 1.5 scope all the way here. If they push from there, you can always turn around here as well. So Lesion is a strong pillar for this divot in terms of holding down yellow stairs, that window, this window, and toilet. The attackers will be reluctant to push from here, so generally you'll see an attack coming from there, and there, just solely because Lesion is playing over there. Now the last operator choice personally for me is Valkyrie. you know, this row can be, you know, a flex row, so you know, you can really fill in with anyone, an intel based operator, you know, like my short echo, but I generally go with Valkyrie. So 3 cameras. She has a nitro cell, you know, she'll be kind of roaming slash holding like Jager. She won't be an objective, but you know, she'll be roundabouts beside objective there to help. So the first camera I'd want Valkyrie to place is right over here. Thanks for watching. Please drop any recommendations, you know, below. It camouflage well with the rim across the ceiling, and you know, it gives a good overview of admin needed for castle. You know, you can always interchange the camera and put it in here as well. Anywhere around the rim, you know, can be a good camera. So this camera, you know, I'd usually place it around here, right underneath this. So you know, this camera right here, it gives you a whole view of all the way up to piano, anyone entering here, and you know, just general sound cues of the whole area. You know, main stairs, you get some sound cues here, and then you can see all of piano and all of, you know, this bit, this ant chamber. You can see the chamber as well. So this is a connector to piano and main lobby, and you know, it gives you an overall sight of that place of the map. You know, that'll be useful for the Valkyrie camera. I'd probably place it by going crouch here and then throwing it right over there.
Your location has been compromised.
And you know, you can get a nice camera on the ledge of this tree, that'll cover this rappel, anyone playing yellow stairs to help Jager, and you know, all this main stairs on. You can get sound cues from skylight as well. So you know, overall this is a really good camera to cover. And yes, it's quite hidden from this tree branch. You know, you get some lucky throws like I did here, but generally just anywhere on these tree branches would be fine for the last Valkyrie camera.